Hi, Holy Yoga. Brooke Boone here, founder of Holy Yoga, and I'm so glad you're joining us on this newbie campaign. Here's the great thing about a newbie is that we're all new to the practice every single day. We come with a different body, we come with a different heart space, we come with a different mind. So whether you've been practicing for 10 years or 10 minutes, you're all new to today and to your body today and to your mat today, okay? So that's the great news. So what we're gonna talk about today, if you're newer to the practice, it can be a little bit tricky. We're gonna talk about the practice breath, the breath that we use during the active part of the practice called the warrior breath or the victorious breath. In Sanskrit, it's called the Ujjayi breath. So if you practice in a gym or a studio and they say the Ujjayi breath, it's this breath that we're gonna learn today. So I'm just gonna show you, and it's a little bit tricky to do, so I want you to practice with me, but then also practice on your mat, okay? So it is the audible breath, and the cool thing about a breath that's audible, in the active part of your practice, you are gonna come up against some roadblocks and some hiccups in your body. It's gonna get hot, it's gonna get hard, it's gonna get sticky, you're gonna get into spaces that require breath that's directed, that's a little bit stronger than just a focused or a natural breath. So the cool thing about the breath that's needed for those places that is audible is that it'll attach your mind, it'll bring you back to your breath as opposed to the sensation that's going on in your body. So this breath is intended to be audible because it does combat our attention in the midst of the hard places. So for example, in downward facing dog, if you are feeling a lot of sensation and you have an audible breath, the breath, your mind will attach itself to the audible, to the breath that you can hear, and it'll draw your attention away from what's kind of uncomfortable or what's you're experiencing in terms of discomfort. So that's the great news about the audible thing about the victorious breath, okay? So it is a little tricky. It kind of sounds like Darth Vader, so let me show you what it looks like. It's a little different than the focus breath, which we've already seen. It sounds like this. Right? That's weird, right? If you got kids looking at this, they're like, yeah, I like yoga, right? Yeah, it's weird, it's unusual, and it's kind of creepy, but it is the thing that's gonna absolutely propel you through a tough part of your practice. So let me teach you how to do that. It's a nice deep inhale, mouth is closed, so it's inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, but the lips are closed, so it looks like this. Okay, so you still can't get it, right? I know, it's tricky, so try it like this. If you imagine that your hand, if you place it in front of your mouth about 6 to 8 inches, imagine that you're gonna fog up a mirror. You know, in the bathroom when you get out of the shower and it's nice and hot, or maybe in the cold, the winter months in the car when you breathe on the window and it fogs up, that's what I want you to imagine doing. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling, fog up the window. It's just like that, except that as you exhale, when you're pressing that air out, you just close your lips. So it looks like this. Try that again, okay? Nice deep inhale. That's how you can practice. Here's the really cool thing. It only takes your hand once or twice, right? You don't have to keep your hand up in front of your face when you're practicing it, but it's a good reminder of how you can do that, okay? So try it, and when you're in those really sticky places, as we start to move into the practice parts, where you go, wow, this is a little uncomfortable, I want you to come back to this breath and see if it can't take you away to something different and more expansive. Have an amazing day. Keep with us as we journey through the next couple months, getting you ready for your practice.